Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dk1original coming at you from the exact same location. So welcome to day 3 of self-care week, and today specifically I wanted to talk about mental self-care, and not just mental but mental, spiritual, and your soul. You know, those parts of you that really affect your makeup and affect who you are. Before I get into this video, I just want to make one thing clear. I am not a licensed professional. So if you feel that you need professional help, please make sure that you consult a professional. It is not me. I am purely speaking from my own experiences, from what I have learned and what has worked for me. Alright, so you know, when it comes to, like I said in the very first video that I dropped, is that when it comes to self-care, there's actually so many facets of it, and it's actually so intense, right? And in order for you to get to a place where you can properly take care of yourself mentally, your spirit, your soul, you have to first of all be very self-aware and understand that, like I said, sometimes people abuse the word toxic. You have to be very self-aware, and you have to be very careful of you also not becoming a toxic person, because it's very easy to get into that place. It's very easy to even abuse the whole self-care thing, and I have to prioritize myself and all of that. So you have to be very careful of that. You have to be very open-minded. So, but anyway, let me just jump straight into it. I don't want to make this video too long. So you know, I recorded a video a few weeks ago speaking about, you know, when I was at a very dark place in my life and where I nearly wanted to kill myself. And I think it's very important to understand that for somebody to get to that place, it never happens overnight. It is a process. It's something that we ignore and we ignore and we ignore, and over a long period of time, before you know it, you're at that place where the darkness is all consuming. And a few things that you must always remember in terms of taking care of your mind and taking care of your soul is that, first things first, you have to take a break. You have to learn to sometimes switch off. And I know, well, you know, depending where you are, it can be a very unpopular opinion, but you have to learn to give yourself a break. You have to learn to unplug at some point or another. Guys, we are not made to constantly just be working. You need a place where you can rejuvenate, where you can plug in again, where you can make sure that you're connecting with yourself again. You need to sometimes just sit back, reset, and gather yourself. Because especially like when there's big things happening in your life or big changes, there is absolutely a need for you to rest. And by rest, I mean literally like take a break and take a breather. So for example, one thing for me during that time in my life, I can tell you that there was a lot happening and I was taking a lot in, and in all of it, I was never really taking a break or taking time out for myself. And listen, I am not an advocate for just live for yourself and just do you, and no, not by any means. I really believe in being helpful and living for other people. I genuinely do. But in all of that, you have to always make sure that you bring yourself back to yourself, and you bring yourself back to a place where you are centered. You bring yourself back to you know what, where you can be rejuvenated. And how do you bring yourself back to that? And how do you make sure that you are rejuvenated? And how do you make sure that you, in your mind, you are taken care of? First things first is you need to learn to prioritize yourself. You need to learn to say no to things that you do not want to do. Let me tell you something. Boundaries are important. If something does not agree with you, Learn to say no. Learn to speak your truth. Learn that when something is no longer working, don't hold on to something that is gonna kill you. No. Learn to say no. And you know what's the thing? I think always when we think about saying no, we always think that has to result in a fight, which is not true. You can say no in a very respectful way. Like, just because I don't want to do something does not mean that I hate you and I'm now against you. No, not at all. I can say no just because I don't agree with that particular thing at the time. You get what I'm saying? And learn to take yourself out of situations that drain the life out of you. Like I said, I believe in an advocate for being helpful and working with people and making sure that you are helping other people. But do not put yourself in situations where you are constantly being drained. Because if you are constantly being drained, and now here's the thing, if you are constantly being drained and there's nothing being put back into you, then what is going to be left of you? Do you hear what I'm saying? So make sure that you are as much as you are putting into others, make sure there's something being put into you. So a few ways that I take care of my mind, a few ways that I take care of my mental health is, first things first, is I spend a lot of time in the Word of God. And for me personally, it's life-giving. There's really nothing better than the Word of God. The promises that I have read in the Word have kept me. When I tell you that there's been times where I'm like, I can't do this, and it will be those promises, be a word in season, and that is what kept me. Having a prayer life, making sure that you are praying, making sure that you are constantly connected to God. Another thing is meditating. Even the Bible teaches us that make sure that you meditate on the Word of God day and night. And now I've also learned to meditate in terms of like just being quiet, taking time for myself. Literally, I will sometimes do this like midday when things get too intense. I'll disconnect. I will sit in a quiet place by myself just so I can bring myself back and just like center myself again. Another thing that really works is having affirmations, speaking to yourself, speaking life back into yourself when you are feeling drained and you are feeling like you are losing, you are just losing that life inside of you. Making sure that you do affirm for yourself, speak the things that you may not even be feeling into existence, but make sure always that you speak life into yourself. I cannot stress this enough. You are in complete control of your future. You are in complete control of how you react to situations. I had to learn this, and I learned this unfortunately pretty late in my life, that I am not a slave to people's opinions of me. I am not a slave to how people perceive me. I'm not in charge of how they receive me. Now, this does not mean that I am a complete jerk. Yes, I have to be self-aware, and I have to make sure that I'm bringing my best self forward. But how you receive me and how you think of me and how you perceive me, there's nothing that I can do about that. That is very much a personal thing. And I think once we understand that we are not a slave to people's opinions, what people say about us does not define us. You are absolutely not defined about what people think about you, what people say about you, but you are defined by how you live your life and how you live your truth. So it's very important to always remember that. And when you take care of your mind, when you take care of your mind, when you take care of your spirit, when you take care of your soul, that's how you live life. That's how you live a fulfilled life. That's how you're going to make sure that you're good. That's how you're going to make sure that you're always presenting your best self. So another thing that, unpopular opinion, is that sometimes as Christians, especially as Christians, is that a lot of the time we ignore mental illness, we ignore depression, we ignore, but basically we ignore a lot of mental illness. I want to say this to you today. If you want to go to therapy, there's nothing wrong with that. Talking to a professional, nothing wrong with that. Make sure that you are always make sure that you always are taking care of your mind and your spirit and your soul through the word, through prayer, through meditation, for me, through affirmations, through speaking to somebody if you need to. But you have to make sure that you're taking care of your mind, because guess what? You live in your mind every single day. Every single day, from the moment that you wake up, is bam, 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 something happening constantly in your mind. So self-care, especially for your mental health and your mental stability and your mental state, is so pivotal. Make sure that you are reading, all right? Also engage your mind and challenge your mind. So make sure that you are reading. Make sure that you, make sure that you're reading. Make sure that you're engaging your mind. Make sure that you are constantly making sure that you are in the best, you are in the best state, because when you are good, you can present your best self forward. You can bring your best self into the world. And when you are at your best, more people benefit from that. More people will find life in you being full of life. So learn to rest. Learn to say no. This is a big thing. I have a whole video about it. Learn to say no. Learn to set boundaries. And if something doesn't sit well with you, and if something does not work, learn to be able to say, you know what, that doesn't work for me. Or here's another big thing. Learn to speak your truth, whatever your truth may be. Alright. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. And remember, I said that I will be doing a giveaway. Alright, so I'm gonna be doing a giveaway this week. So what I want to do is I want to give away some of my favorite things for self-caring. Alright, so like I said, I am big on skincare, so a lot of it will be skincare based, and a lot of it will also be like hair products. And obviously I have natural hair, so when I say that I'm giving away some of my favorite stuff, it's gonna be stuff pertaining to natural hair. And another thing that I absolutely love doing is nails, so I'll also be including a nail voucher in the giveaway. So what all you have to do to enter this giveaway is comment down below and tell me what are some of the products I used in the video that I uploaded yesterday. And make sure, just a few house rules, make sure that you're following me on my Instagram, on one of my socials. So it can either be Twitter, it can either be Instagram or Facebook. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, and then let me know in the comment section down below what are some of the products that I used in yesterday's video. Name at least 3, and then make sure that you're following all those other rules. And so what will be included in the self-care hamper will be masks. Okay, so it will be not one, it'll probably be more than one, guys. I love masks. Okay, like I mask like at least twice a week. I'll probably go do a mask after this. Alright, so there'll be a few Freeman. Now I'm giving you guys the answer. Okay, there'll be a few Freeman masks, there'll be a few sheep masks in there. Some of my favorite serum, toner, and lotion. And also for the hair, I'll include everything that you need to do the lock method. Okay, which means that it'll be guys, I don't really use shampoo, so it'll be conditioner, leave-in conditioner, a hair oil, and a cream, and obviously a nail voucher. I will, depending on where you are from, I will make sure that that voucher suits you for where you are. So if you're in Centurion, if you're in Pretoria, all of that, please let me know. But obviously after the winner is announced, then we will do the giveaway. So please make sure that you follow all those rules. Okay, and yeah, make sure that you share this with all your friends. Make sure that you share it on your socials, and if you're entering the competition, make sure that you also let me know on the socials. Be like, hey Dk, I'm here for the competition. All right, so I'll include that, all of that in the giveaway, and I will announce the winner next week. So please make sure that you are already subscribed. Make sure that you've got that bell on so that you don't miss the announcement. Okay, and make sure that you follow me on all my socials, Dk1original, across the board. I make it easy. I make it so easy for y'all. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, Dk1original across the board. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Until next time, I love you all so very much. Bye.